Well, hi again, everybody. Welcome back again to another edition of On the Town with Suz.
Hi.
And I'm Doug. And we're going to do another one of our entertainment episodes tonight. It's kind of a special one. A few months ago, we did one of these on one of our favorite shows, one of the favorite shows of a lot of people back in the 80s and early 90s. Dallas. But you tell them what we're going to talk about tonight.
We are going to talk about a great movie that was a movie that was made after the series Dallas ended, called War of the Ewings.
Yeah, they made two movies after the series ended. Of course, Larry Hagman, who played JR, after the show ended, he had some health issues. He had to get a liver transplant.
Liver transplant, oh my goodness.
So they probably would have done these sooner after the series ended, but the first one wasn't till 5 years later, I think 1995 or 96.
Yes.
And then the second one, that was called JR Returns.
JR Returns,
and the second one, which we just saw tonight, was War of the Ewings.
War of the Ewings.
Which was a lot of fun. Well, we'll just recap JR Returns first. We saw that a few months ago.
That was very good. I think that was from 1996.
96, I believe, right.
As I remember. And it was very good where JR returns, I think, from Europe to Dallas.
Well, he actually fakes his death.
He fakes his death. That was like...
So everybody thinks he's dead.
Dead, yes.
And they're having a funeral for him at South Fork.
Yes, and his son is actually there, John Ross Jr.
Right.
And Christopher, Bobby's son, is there. Sue Ellen came back from London.
Right. She got divorced from the British husband.
The British husband.
That she had married, and before she left. That's Ty.
Ty. Yes, this is my little.
You've seen it before on our shows.
Yes, and we have another.
And this is Hope.
Hopi. This is little Hope.
They watched the movie with us too.
Yes, they.
But he faked his death. It was all part of a scheme. One of JR's schemes. They're doing the funeral, and remember they're doing the eulogies and all that, and then he comes in on the back of a pickup truck.
Yes, it was like a pig, some kind of pig truck, and it was like, this is unbelievable. It was like JR is quite a character.
And Cliff Barnes is at the funeral thinking, "Oh, I'm rid of JR forever," and he looks over and the great expression with Cliff's face.
There's JR coming back on the pig truck too. So it is quite amazing to see that, and it was a great movie because it actually had a lightheartedness to it too. It wasn't like just serious business.
No, there's a lot of humor in it, and the way they set it up. JR's scheme kind of brings Bobby and Sue Ellen together. Brings her back to South Fork, his ex-wife, but they always seem to have feelings for each other. They really
Bobby
gave that up.
Yeah, Bobby and Sue Ellen were always good friends.
Right.
And Bobby was always very supportive of Sue Ellen. He defended her.
Sure.
Always. And he did have a definite soft spot for her, and she for him.
And how that one ended, Sue Ellen actually got control of Ewing Oil, right?
Exactly.
Or whatever the company was called then. May not have been Ewing then, but
I was trying to...
the company anyway. And Bobby and then JR was hoping eventually to get it back, and then that kind of leads into the second movie.
Yes.
Which we saw tonight called War of the Ewings.
War of the Ewings, and I really, actually, for myself, I did enjoy this movie a little bit more. The first movie might have been more funny, but this one had a bit more romance to it. This was definitely more of a romantic sequel to the movies, and I enjoyed it because Bobby found someone during the movie that he cared for a great deal. Yeah, the daughter.
There's Jenna Jansen, and I guess there was a Jansen oil that the father, JR knew the father.
JR knew the father, and his daughter was quite
good-looking woman, whoever that actress was.
Really a very extremely attractive girl who was a good businesswoman also, and Bobby took an automatic there was automatic chemistry.
And JR had something to do with that. He knew Jenna, and he wanted her to get with Bobby.
Yes,
part of the scheme he was putting
and
together.
I will say this: his plan. There was a lot of electricity there between this girl,
Yes.
Jenna, and Bobby, and not maybe to Sue Ellen's displeasure.
Yeah, 'cause Bobby and Sue Ellen were partners still. JR was kind of on the outside
Yes.
looking in still.
Yeah.
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 So he's trying to get back in where he can control the company.
Control the company.
Yeah.
Yes,
And we won't give it away because it's kind of a cool
Yeah.
way they put it together. And Carter
I liked
McKay
it.
is back.
yes.
Who you never were quite sure if he was a good guy or a bad guy. Sometimes he did good
Exactly.
things, sometimes he did bad things.
Bad things. Yeah, it was really.
JR never liked him.
No, it was like JR never cared for him, and it's interesting. It was really.
Yeah, the way it's set up, it's really good how it kind of ends, and
I liked it.
in a deal, but we won't give it away. But we'll just say it's worth watching.
Definitely worth watching. Both movies, JR Returns and War of the Ewings, and I think until the new series began on TNT,
Yeah.
War of the Ewings was the last movie.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that yet. Maybe we'll do a video on the new series that
Yeah.
they did in, I think, 2012.
2012, yeah, the new
But
series.
yeah, that was it. They only did the 2 reunion movies.
Yes.
Maybe the second one didn't get the ratings. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, I thought it was very good.
I thought it was really. I liked it. I really did.
Yeah, they were 2-hour movies.
Yes.
And they're available. We saw it. Both ones.
Yeah.
We saw were on YouTube. So
On YouTube, exactly.
check it out. As long as they sometimes take things down, but
Yes.
they've been up there a little bit.
A little bit, and I was so happy because I had never seen War of the Ewings, so now you can check it out.
And Sue Ellen, Linda Gray, Bobby, Patrick Duffy, and Larry Hagman.
Yes.
JR, and of course Carter McKay was George Kennedy. Those are the 4 main characters from the TV series.
Absolutely.
And I was a little surprised Cliff wasn't in this one. They didn't they didn't write Cliff, but I guess Carter McKay is kind of the Cliff character here.
Cliff character, yeah. Cliff was not
Cliff
in
Barnes.
this one. He's always as
He's usually the real rival of JR.
JR, and did not see him this go around
But he does return in the reboot.
in the reboot.
We'll get to that later, maybe in another video. But
absolutely.
No Cliff. But it's still worthwhile. I mean, it's still
Definitely.
well done. Even though just the 4 main characters.
Yeah.
They didn't have any of the others on. But and I'm sorry, Ray. Oh, I forget.
Ray,
Steve Kennelly, of course.
yes.
Ray. Yeah.
And his hair was a bit darker.
He dyed his hair. He had silver
Yeah.
hair in the series.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden it became dark brown.
Dark brown, yes. So he
So
decided.
I forgot
to,
that. Sorry, Steve Kennelly. Yeah, he was on. So that's
He
5
was on.
characters.
And
Yeah. And he factors into the plot.
yes, he definitely. And the other thing that's interesting is he's still married to Jenna.
Jenna, who was
And
Priscilla Presley.
and they're getting along
Right?
fine.
Was it Priscilla Presley?
Priscilla Presley,
Yeah.
and so they're getting along fine. So by this time they had been married for quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were still married. So that's an interesting. Wow, and it was a great, definitely worth watching.
Yeah, fun movie to watch. And again, if you check it out on YouTube. I guess you may be able to stream it other places, but as long as it's on YouTube, it's free. There are commercials, so that's the only thing. Got to put up with some commercials.
Absolutely.
But 2 reunion movies.
Yes.
If you're a fan of the series, you'll really enjoy it. But even if you weren't a fan of the series, you know who J.R. Ewing was, probably.
Absolutely.
I think you could still enjoy them.
You could.
Right?
You could definitely.
Yeah.
He was still JR in these movies.
Of course, we did the video. Suz and I grew up in the era when that was on.
Oh, yeah.
CBS Friday nights.
Friday nights.
We watched
it was,
just about every episode.
It was,
and we watched them again recently.
Yes, and it's just you just enjoy them. It's like a part of growing up. Yeah, Dallas was just such a iconic show.
Yeah.
For us.
14 seasons.
Wow.
It lasted, and it was one of the all-time great nighttime soap. Probably the
Definitely.
first nighttime soap that really took off.
Of course, there was a spin-off from Dallas called Knots Landing.
Yeah, that one I never saw.
It was, in my
Which was
opinion,
actually
it
longer
was,
than Dallas, I think.
Yeah, and in my opinion, it was okay, but it just didn't have what Dallas just had. It was just the one.
Yeah, that one took place in
and it was in
L.A.
LA,
like a cul-de-sac, like they all lived in the same block.
in California. Yeah, they lived in a neighborhood, and it was Gary, the
Gary Ewing.
Gary Ewing,
Right.
the youngest of the Ewing brothers.
And Val,
Val.
who was,
they were Lucy's parents.
Lucy's parents.
Lucy's parents, and of course Lucy was the granddaughter who lived on South. Yeah, she was like one of the first child that lived on the ranch before Christopher and John Ross Jr.
How do we know all these things?
Yeah, and all these other kids came to being. So,
but yeah, that's the spinoff, and that had its own audience, though. I don't think people watch both. I think if you watch Dallas.
Yeah.
You watch Dallas, if you watch Knots Landing. There was little crossover episodes occasionally,
they
but
did.
I think you're a fan of either. Not too many people watch both of them. I don't think. I could be wrong.
No, I tried and I couldn't. I just was a Dallas.
Yeah, different kind of show.
Yeah,
from what I understand.
Knots Landing was much more of a couples, like a soap opera.
Right. Yeah.
And this was like more of a drama. Like a show
Dallas,
that,
you had your business dealings, you had your like a western, you had the ranch.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie we saw tonight, the war, they had a
good.
Shootout on the ranch.
A ranch, and you saw
somebody was trying to steal the cattle.
They had a rustlers, and it was
so it combined. Big business.
Yeah.
Glitz, a little glitz, and then western.
Western.
So I think that's why it worked.
I liked it. And see, I always wanted to go to Texas, so I was more attracted to Dallas than.
We're going to get to South Fork one of these days.
Yes.
Because you can go and still see it.
We're going to go. We want. It's on my list. Yeah. I really want to see South Fork.
We'll do that. Absolutely. And the cast that's remaining.
Yes.
They just had a reunion not too long ago.
At South Fork.
Like, since we're recording this within the last month.
Yes.
They do a meet and greet and all that kind of thing. So they do those occasionally at South Fork.
At South Fork.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, if we ever do that, we'll bring the camera and we'll let you know how it goes.
Oh my gosh, that'll be so fun. That would be amazing.
But we just want to do a review tonight, kind of a reminiscence,
Absolutely.
but of these two movies, 1996, 1998, War of the Ewings.
War of the Ewings.
JR Returns. But
yes.
I give mine the thumbs up. How about you?
Thumbs up.
Yeah, so check them out.
Check them out.
They're worthwhile. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you again.
Thank you.